gosh. You all know that the crew is amazing. I had firsthand experience of their kindness and generosity when yesterday I let my ego get the best of me and made the rookie mistake of going too hard, too fast early in the day and hit a wall late in the afternoon. And the crew is just incredibly compassionate and generous. Last but not least, Ted Robinson. Ted Robinson brought the idea to HARS a couple of years ago to participate in the bike rally and did a huge amount of work in planning, the Kingston portion of the event. And he's a real rock star and the reason why, really we're a part of it. And so I can't let our thanks to the bike rally go by without expressing thanks to Ted for all of his hard work. So fantastic couple of days in Kingston, great weather, great group of people, and can't wait to get back to it next year.
I love hearing all of that. Kingston, and the show was 600 people in attendance, which we didn't quite hear in the room here, but it's coming through loud and clear. I'm very hopeful that all of those 600 folks will sign up for next year's bike rally.
Do we have room for them?
Yes.
Okay, we'll make room. We'll make room.
How about Montreal? Montreal, are you in the audience? Or anyone wanting to speak up from how your experience was in the city? I'm going to interrupt because Matt Wall, whose face you might remember from being nominated for the David Linton Spirit Award, actually sent this to me earlier today. He says, I wanted to give a heartfelt thank you from myself and the Montreal riders to all of the people from Toronto that joined us this weekend. Together, the riders and the crew went out of their way to show us support. Their unconditional love and kindness, their dedication and leadership, and their laughter made this a special weekend for us and for ACCM. Because of them, we were able to show Montreal we are a unified team in removing the stigma of HIV. Next year, my hope and goal is that just as many Montrealers riding with all of you from Toronto. It's an ambitious goal and I'm all for it. Again, thank you for all who have joined us, and we have definitely made some fantastic new friends for life. Awesome, Matt Wall.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, can I continue from Montreal? I don't know if someone else from Montreal want to. Thanks. Yeah, it was really an amazing 2 days, and really I wanted to thank everyone, because we had people from indeed, we have new riders in Montreal. We had returning riders from Montreal. That was great, and we had also people from Toronto, and we had also volunteer riders, and so that was really amazing. So yeah, it was wonderful, and I discovered, I've met with wonderful people, and indeed, now I know what it means to really get friends for life, and I really hope to meet you all again next year. That was really a fantastic experience. I don't know how you do that, 6 days, 6 days of ride, and even for riders and for crew. I don't know how you do that for a consecutive 6 days, but yeah, that was amazing. And I'm looking forward to see you all next year. So thank you very much. It means a lot to SCCM, and yeah, it was wonderful.
And
Emily,
Simon, I'm actually
gonna chime in.
I wanted to say thank you so much, just like Emily shared, thank you so much for the people who came in from Toronto to make this a great weekend for people in Toronto and increase our numbers. We had an amazing time, and we could not have done it without crew, road support. So ACCM, thank you so much. And we had an amazing time. We didn't have as many hills as Toronto, but hey, but yes, the weather was fantastic and we all had a great time.
Good to hear. Who else is out there? Anyone from Kingston, Montreal, or Toronto that wants to chime in and tell us how was the day?
Any viewing parties want to do a group shout out? Chime in. I'll jump in from Montreal.
Shay.
It's Shay. Hey, folks. We were a small group of Mighty. It was a fantastic experience. I think that everybody who did it wants to come back again because it was such a wonderful, wonderful couple of days. Everybody had such a great supportive attitude. The whole group rode together the whole time, both days, which was so lovely. It meant that we all got to hang out for some really great time together. So we got to know each other, and the ACCM folks were amazing hosts.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Rockstars ACCM, thank you for that, Shay. Are you with your sister? Shout outs to your sister. Making the trek from Ottawa to Toronto to pick you up, and then Montreal. I don't know how it worked out, but you made it and you're a part of our family now. Thank you. Who else? Anyone else? I don't want to stop.
Sure, I'll chime in.
Marlon, thank you. We noticed you were off mute. Let's hear it. Mark
and I just arrived back downtown about 10 minutes ago. We rode all the way back from Major Mackenzie Road. The ride was beautiful today. We had great weather, no headwinds.
Lots of hills.
Lots of hills. We got lots of leg muscles going. And the crew was amazing. You guys did such a good job. The signage was perfect. And the support was great. Wonderful.
Love to hear it. All new signs this year and helping us find our way.
There were
any other off-camera correspondents or live on location folks that want to chime in? I know the chat is alive and well too. Jeff, is that you?
It's Jeff, yeah. And I just want to give a special shout out to Sam, our wonderful co-chair, who actually designed and scouted today's route. It was awesome. I love today's route, and thank you so much, Sam, for giving us a memorable route for the bike rally. That was really, really nice.
I guess the cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows who to blame for the hills.
We've got a few team members here, so yay, thank you.
Sorry, guys. I just wanted to actually call out Sam Simon. I was lucky enough to be very late both days, and I got to ride with them both days, and I learned stuff. My riding is starting to get better, but it was so awesome. And also Anthony, who I got to ride with. That was just really made this event for me. So thank you all.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
Thank you, Tim.
But I do want to add in that for any new riders, that's like way harder than any day in Montreal. So don't let this discourage you in case you thought, I could never do Montreal because I can't do those hills. You don't have to. Anyway, that's important.
So nice to hear from my team. I wish I was there.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're not here with us, Sam, but oh well, you're here in spirit, and thanks again.
Thanks.
It's really great to hear from all of you. Like yesterday, we have another special treat. It's a video that was filmed across Toronto, Kingston, and Montreal. Yesterday, you might have noticed that Montreal was absent from the video. So Montreal Day 1 is also included today. Turn up your volumes, put your Zoom on full screen because you're going to want to see this. But shout outs to Julian, Helen, and Britton, Emma Cole's brother, for doing this, and Julian for editing it in just a few short hours, 2 days in a row.
Probably in a car. And while you turn up your volume on your Zoom to max, turn your mute down to full off so that you're not adding whatever noises you're making into the stream.
Sounds good. Let's cue the video, Alex. Thank you.
I'm a 20-year participant of the Friends for Life Bike Rally. It's the people that always bring me back.
We couldn't have had better weather for this year's bike rally, and also just the friendship and camaraderie has been awesome.
My name is Matt. I'm from Montreal. This is my first year riding. This is a great opportunity for anyone who wants to come out, have a great day, and enjoy the weather with great friends.
The ride today is going to be absolutely beautiful.
This is my first time at the Friends for Life bike rally. It's a great cause, and you can start training and start collecting funds from now and helping people. It's important.
This is my first time participating in the event.
And this is my third time participating in the event.
It's been a great experience. Met a lot of great people, and all the volunteers and the crews, the riders, everyone's been amazing.
I'm really excited to participate this year because it is COVID and it's about getting out of isolation, but also just to break the stigma of HIV. Now, more than ever, the fundraising that PWA does for operational costs is so important, and I just can't thank my own sponsors enough for supporting me in the bike rally and for making the dream possible to keep PWA functioning during the pandemic.
It's tough. This is my first time. I decided to participate because friends have done it previously and said it was a great time. And I was looking for a big, audacious goal for 2021, and this was it. And it's also an amazing cause, and so it's great to raise money for the PWA Foundation.
You know, I'm ecstatic, I'm overjoyed, I'm wet.
I'm doing awesome. That was so much fun. To ride all the way around the island of Montreal was just such a beautiful experience.
It was a beautiful day here in Montreal. It was awesome. It was a fun ride, good people, good spirits. Crew kicked ass and provided a wonderful lunch for us. Yay! And we finished strong, and we're here. We're back at ACCM, and we're helping shape and change lives.
You can't compare going to Montreal with this ride this year, but still grateful that we were able to get out there and do what we're doing. Raising the funds, in spite of the pandemic, the need is greater than ever. I miss some of my bike rally friends. I wish they were here with me. I hope when they see this video they will appreciate the fact that they're missed, and I hope we'll have the rally next year, as usual, to Montreal. Thank you all. Welcome, here's another 20-year.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's really nice of you to join us this year. He came all the way from Calgary. Did you have all this gray hair when you started?
No.
Can you believe this?
Fantastic. So once again, we'd like to thank ViiV, who's sponsoring again. ViiV Healthcare Canada works to provide treatment, research, and support for people living with HIV. They're a strong supporter of PWA, HARS, ACCM, and of course, the bike rally. Tonight, Lucia is here once again to speak with us, and we'd like to welcome her into the room.
Thank you. Thank you. So very nice to be here again. And I just want to say, just on behalf of the team at ViiV Healthcare, just a huge congratulations. Again, I almost feel a little bit, I forget how they title it, to know how you all have worked so incredibly hard today. And I tried to go for a short run, but it was just in solidarity, in no way as it may measure up to what you achieved today. So to all of the riders, to the fabulous co-chairs, to the volunteers, to the organizers, just a huge congratulations on the success of this year's ride. We all know the fundraising efforts this year especially will make a significant impact on the lives of those individuals living with HIV. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I must say last night, it was so wonderful to sit here with my 10-year-old daughter during the virtual campfire. And, you know, she listened a bit to some of the stories because she was so incredibly curious about what you're doing on a Saturday night working. That's not normally the case. But it was so wonderful for her to hear firsthand why mom loves what she does, because of the lovely work that we get to do each and every day at ViiV Healthcare, working with many of you in the community. So Sarah, Mark, Connie, and others, thank you so very much for sharing a bit of you, a bit of who you are with us. So again, on behalf of ViiV Healthcare, a big thank you, congratulations, and we certainly look forward to hopefully seeing you live on the route, on bikes, helping out wherever you may see fit. So again, thank you. I hope you all rest well and have a wonderful evening. Back to you.
Oops, we're no longer muted. Thanks to
see you. And we hope to see you on a bike next year too.
Yeah, we're gonna get you in the saddle, pedal power all the way. Speaking of ViiV, who we greatly appreciate, and all of our sponsors, they're listed on the screen for you now. A special shout out to the Village Pharmacy, Cycle Solutions on Parliament, Resolve CBD, our friends at ViiV, Nagy, Remolino and Associates, Grove Campus, Three Dog Winery, and Molson Coors, the makers of ViiV.
And of course, other thanks. We'd like to thank the steering committee. We could not have done this. The bike rally could not have happened without them. We'd like to thank Gabby, Todd, Ariel, Peter, Connie, and Diane.
Also, continuing on, Yannick, who you heard speak earlier, Seamus, Bruce, Ricky, Eric, and Shay.
We've also got Joanne, Jeff, Ted, and Emma Cole.
Big round of applause for the
Absolutely.
steering committee. Drop that likes in the chat there. Not to be outdone are our team captains. We've got the great team captains of Brent and Mark, Anthony and John, Anthony again and Ken, Eli and Ari.
My team captains, Steve and Jeff, Michael and Peter, and Jen and Mike. And of course, a special shout out to my chiropractic clinician who ran a team for the first time from CMCC, who usually gives us our post-ride treatments, but this time they got to feel the pain that we get to go through.
Book your appointment at CMCC. That team actually raised the most funds that their team had ever raised for a charity together with this bike rally. So that's exciting to see. Let's keep it rolling. And we're going to hear from one of our partner ASOs. You heard him speak earlier, but Gilles is back to extend a few words from our partner at HARS.
Gosh, I missed my cue. I'm not going to repeat myself. Yeah, it's last night at the Drag in the Park really reinforced for me what an extraordinary community the bike rally community is. We had a relatively small group with the riders coming in from Toronto and then the Kingston riders, but just the opportunity to reach people with anti-stigma messaging, just the power that the bike rally has going through communities, wearing the jerseys, wearing the red ribbon. It really is a powerful, powerful tool. And so for everybody who commits themselves to joining the crew, being a rider, you're doing really important anti-stigma work. And so last night in Kingston, in contrast to, the event at Stages is amazing, but it's inside and it's contained. And unless you're in the space, you're not experiencing it. And so last night on Kingston's waterfront, directly in front of City Hall with, about 600 people in attendance, people had the opportunity to hear about the bike rally who may never have heard of it before. People got to hear about the work that HARS, PWA, and ACCM do. And, really, it just reinforced for me, and I'm going to use the word again, the bike rally is magic. And so we're just very grateful to be a part of it. I'm glad to have, my first ride under my belt and, lesson for next year, start training sooner. Just you're very, very grateful for what the bike rally does in the communities, Toronto, Montreal, and, Southeastern Ontario. It's a powerful, powerful thing. So I'll leave it at that, with my thanks to each of you who participated in whatever way you did, and in particular to the folks who came down to enjoy beautiful Eastern Ontario and the amazing rides that Ted planned for us. It was really great to spend time with each of you, and I look forward to getting to know the rest of you next year.
Thanks, Jill.
How's
We've got
that,
a little,
folks?
there's the camera's back. Okay, there we go.
Sometimes we have to unmute ourselves, sometimes we don't. Jill, thank you. Connie's showing her appreciation in the chat for you and the whole team there. Thanks to Ted for arranging those efforts. And with 600 people in attendance, and you'll hear this later on when we talk about registration, you're going to want to sign up for next year. It takes people on average 3.5 to 4 years to make that commitment and sign up and join. So 600 folks is a lot of people that we have reached. We have reduced stigma, and we have new family members joining us soon. But long-standing riders and crew are very important to the bike rally. You keep that message alive, and we could not do this without you. I want everyone to strain and look at their screen to see names that you recognize. Our 20-year riders appeared on camera before. Carol talked about Terry flying all the way in from Calgary, which was beautiful to see. Great number of 15-year plus riders, 10-year plus riders, and we've got crew that are just as committed. 20 years of crew, 15 years of crew, 10 years of crew. It makes a huge difference. We talked about drinking the bike rally Kool-Aid, and these folks certainly have. They are the backbone of the bike rally, and we could not do the ride without you. I'd love for you to shout out your favorite folks in the chat down below, okay?
Absolutely. I look forward to 2022 when we're going to do our tradition on the morning of the last day, and we'll do it the right way, and we'll get all these people out there.
You'll see. Join us.
So just next slide's got some photos, just some things that happened today. And Simon, I think you have some words on this.
You know, it's the words of you, the riders, that really resonate with both Sam and myself. Crew has done a tremendous job this year. It's phenomenal to see their faces smiling at you, their words of encouragement as you're pedaling hundreds of kilometers. I think this really made the ride for us this year. We had one of the best ratios in Toronto. We had super dedicated folks traveling across the Eastern Seaboard to get to you in Kingston and in Montreal. Highlights like the laughter of Helen could not be outdone. I see in the video that she got everyone to sign her Tupperware container. So that's a memento that she'll cherish forever. Look at the photos there and just think back to what stuck out in your mind. Great job from the crew, says Brent. It was a perfectly marked route. We love Helen, says Gilles. Drop some love for those crew members that really made your ride in the chat right now.
Yeah, we know we couldn't do it without any of them. So moving on, we'd like to bring Emily back from the ACCM.
Hi, so I guess I followed Jill and I already did my kind of an acknowledgement, but so I'm gonna, tell only a few words on top of what I've said earlier. So indeed, yes, thank you. Yeah, the message, the main message is thank you all. And we've made many friends. We've made connections. So, and it started a few, the story with ACCM actually started a few years ago on the bike rally with one of the riders working at ACCM, Ricky, who is now on the steering committee. And so they just decided to say, oh, we should partner. And here we are, thanks to Ricky and whoever that was, he had that discussion with. And today we experienced the same. We talked with many people. I talked to many people, and we talked about potential events, other events together. And I had, people saying, oh, I might join you to volunteer all year long or coming back next year. We also met people and, people on the street or during our break saying, who are you? What are you doing? And we might have also got a few new riders for next year. So that's really a great experience. And so yes, I will just thank again all the team, with the support that we had from Toronto, the crew, so everyone, and the team leaders and all the volunteers that helped with the route as well. So there were many people involved. So thank you to the team who made it happen, and my staff as well at ACCM. They did a tremendous job. And yeah, a big, huge thank you to riders for today and all the funds they've raised for ACCM and our membership. So thank you, everyone, and see you next year.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Emily. I want to thank anyone involved in Montreal. Y'all were so flexible up until Friday night at nearly midnight when the route had to change yet again. Everyone wanted to be in Montreal. The triathlon was happening. The Pride Parade was happening. You got out on the road there and let us know of construction that would have been detrimental to your arrival. But I think the fact that you arrived at ACCM really resonates with your staff, I hope, and with the community at large. What a perfect ending to a perfect ride.
Yeah, it's what the bike rally does. Everybody gets to Montreal. Everybody does the rally, and the challenges are just, they're tackled.
They're handled, and drone footage, no, nonetheless, I should say. So, Britton, thank you for capturing Montreal in a little tidbit there.
So on to some fun things that we love, fundraising, and let's do the update. Simon, would you like to? I will change the screen and you can tell us about 4K.
There are folks there who have reached this plateau. We've got 4K, getting people towards the ambitious top fundraiser goal. And Michael Nealons, Amanda, Stephen, Anthony, Peggy, Peter, and George all reached this plateau. Thank you for driving your fundraising dollars and connecting with the community at large. When we meet for our reunion, which we'll hear about a little bit later on tonight, you'll be getting some of that 4K swag to keep you warm in the winter and the sun off your arms in the summer.
Absolutely. And of course, our top fundraisers, I'll quickly just go through the names. For riders, it's a $6,000 contribution, and for crew, it's $1,000. We had Pato, Philip, John, Michael, Steve, Seamus, Perry, Marlon, Philip, Ted, Andrew, Jeff, Terry, Jeff, Matthew, Gord, Brent, Brandon, Barrett, Priya, Millie, Brandon, Barrett, Priya. I think we got, did they raise double? Oh, that's pretty awesome. They're in there twice because they raised double. Millie, and of course on crew, which is a real challenge, and I hugs to these three, Trevor, Suzanne, and Tack.
And folks, we have a 10K club, which is bringing that fundraising to the highest level possible. It couldn't have been done without the hard work and dedication of Jonathan, Stephanie, Jonathan Cooper, Rob, Catherine, Gilles, Cameron McLean, John, Ken Allen, Eli, and our friend here, Sam.
And you appear on the list.
I'm there.
That's awesome. So here we go, the Montreal Sheridan contest. The deadline was extended today till 5 p.m. And as you know, for every $250 anybody raised between July 26th and this deadline, you've got to draw a ticket into the draw. And the second and third place were a $50 Visa gift card. And we are going to do the draw. Simon has a random number generator and it's on his phone and he's gonna let it rip. And Alex, our intern, or Michael is going to go to the rider's number, or the participant number who is in the list, and tell us who won.
So Michael, I just need to know how many ballots were created over the course of the fundraising initiative.
There was $125,000 raised with, I think, around 420 ballots.
420 ballots. So I'm going to generate our number. The winning number is 12. Who does that correspond to?
Peter Hart.
Peter Hart, you got a place to stay.
Peter Hart, I love that. We saw your twinkle toes last night with your pool party / Trinity's backyard viewing party. Shall we do the gift cards
Runners
real
up,
quick?
2 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next number that I'm generating randomly is 333. Who does that correspond to?
Sounds like I closed the file.
We're gonna pull it up.
333.
Ian Gartley.
Ian Gartley, congratulations. You've won a $50 Visa gift card.
And we have one more to give.
We'll be getting in touch. The next number that we're generating is 9. Ballot number 9.
Bingo.
Stephanie Pearl McPhee.
Stephanie Pearl McPhee.
I know what you can buy with that. Maybe some new knitting supplies.
Congratulations all. And thank you everyone who pushed for their fundraising. So we had another contest that we had to push a little bit because people kept on submitting. And the votes came in, and the winner for the ViiV Hard Seltzer branded bar fridge is Marilyn Tate.
Woo-hoo. Go Marilyn, you had a snazzy red number on for the Friday session. And also that fascinator, I think, is what took you to the next level and got you the ViiV Hard Seltzer branded fridge. I think it's going to be perfect for electrolytes, Gatorade, anything you need for training. And ViiV.
So everybody wants to know, did we get there? What we were pushing for? You know, even though fundraising doesn't end today, we usually sort of stop it in September for the going year. We wanted to get to 1.1. So Michael's prepared a little report and we did it. We got to 1.1, folks. And it feels amazing. As a former fundraising lead, I know how much hard work goes into getting our riders and crew set up for their success, but all the work is really done by them. It's work. And each and every one of you put in all the work to get us here. But our goal for the year is 1.2. So we have another $100,000 to find out there, squeeze out of people and get into our ASOs.
And folks, you have through the end of September, now that you've completed the ride, what better way to celebrate than to post and let everyone know, including your existing donors, that you've done it, and tempt folks to open up their wallets and contribute more to our partner ASOs. It was such a fabulous weekend, they need to hear about it, so do let them know.
Yeah, and on that topic, since you're showing all these great photos and videos, use them. Use the photos you took. Share the videos that are on the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel of the bike rally, because they are heartwarming and they will probably get you those donations that you're after.
And worst case scenario, it's going to get your friends to sign up and ride with you next year.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Get another fundraiser in the pool.
Suzanne, one of our inspirational leaders from PWA is going to join us now to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Simon. I really want to thank all crew and riders. You know, you work so hard to make this first ever 2-day rally such a resounding success. It was really incredible to work alongside of you, see you, laugh with you, and catch up. There's just so many thank yous that we want to offer, and I want to offer just a few to express on behalf of ACCM, HARS, and PWA how much this means to our agency, how much this means to people living with HIV, how much this means to all of us as part of the family of HIV. You know, when we see the 10K club, the top fundraisers, and the 4K club, I really want to give a shout out to all of our top fundraisers, folks in the 10K and the 4K club for achieving such phenomenal results. You know, this was the year that we really needed folks to dig deep and reach heights. And honestly, you just continue to blow us away with what is possible in terms of how much money can be raised. I also want to give a special thank you to Sam and Simon. You know, you two have been our incredible leaders during the second year of COVID for us in the bike rally community. And you've given us so many opportunities to come together as a community, and you gave us these 2 days. I really hope you have opportunities to bask in the incredible success of your leadership this year. This weekend has been outstanding. And as Carol says, nothing can compare to taking us to Montreal for 6 days, but this was a close second and it was amazing. And I really hope that the two of you walk away from tonight just feeling on top of the moon for all that you've done for us, for people living with HIV. And, you know, this is also a sad moment because we're going to be saying goodbye to Simon, who's been our co-chair for the last 2 years. And I really want to say a special thank you to you, Simon, for being our fearless leader these past 2 years. This has not been an easy journey for a co-chair to take on, to lead the bike rally community, the family of HIV, during COVID over 18 months through 2 bike rallies. You know, Simon, I was so pleased when I ran into you outside of the porta potty because I wasn't sure if I was going to have the opportunity to say these things to you in person. And I'm glad I did. But you know what, Simon, I want to say this in front of the entire bike rally community, that in front of the whole family of HIV, that, you know, Simon, there have been so many moments these past 18 months where we end a Zoom encounter like we're having right now. And I just walk away really awed by you. You know, your passion, your poise, and your grace through these incredible challenges, you know, the ever-changing pivots, the highs and the lows this year and last year. You know, you kept our enthusiasm, you kept our faith and our community. You kept us going with your buoyant optimism because you believe in the cause, Simon. And you are probably the most sincere champion of the cause that I've seen in such a long time. And you believe so firmly in the family of HIV and supporting people living with HIV and ending HIV stigma. And you've walked us and led us through new challenges that the community has faced. COVID, yes, but also the journey to dismantle anti-Black racism, anti-Indigenous racism. Simon, every time you started a bike rally gathering and you acknowledge our journey to end racism for Black and Indigenous and other racialized people, I just know how much you believe in these causes. And for me, you know, as I think about your leadership has really been a leadership of heart. And when I cherish really, as I move forward and saying goodbye to you as a co-chair, I know we're going to work together in new ways, but I will always cherish and hold dear the memory of your heart leadership. Thank you for what you've achieved. You know, we all said a couple years ago, we needed to keep the community together. We needed to do this for people living with HIV so that when we came out of the pandemic, we would be stronger than ever. And Simon, you did that. You did that, Simon. So I will miss you so very much. And like I said, I will cherish what you've done because it's been outstanding. I really, you know, want us to take a moment and thank Simon and Sam for what they've done this year for us. We've shown that we're stronger than ever. It was thrilling that we could all be together this weekend, and we're coming back next year, and we're coming back stronger than ever. Thank you so much. Much love to you.
Thank you, Suzanne. And I put that challenge out to the rest of our community: lead with your hearts and register for next year. This community is strong, and just prove it. Prove it to us all. Registration is open. I'm joking, but like registration's open, so you might as well just do it now on your phone.
And it's free.
So with 1-day, 3-day, 6-day options available. Mark your calendars, book off work August 7th to the 13th, especially if your crew on that Saturday, they don't stop after we stop riding. It's the perfect way to show your commitment to the cause and get us back into the saddle for a real ride all the way to Toronto, or all the way to Montreal.
Well, you could ride from Montreal to Toronto, turn around and go back. Yes,
And
please
there's
register.
folks, I mean, look at this. We had a 2-day ride and we had folks fly in from Calgary, fly in from Arizona.
Drive in from Arizona.
Drive
See it
in from
hard.
Arizona. You know, this is a bike rally family. We had 3 generations out on the road with the Hess family today in Toronto. We had Val, who's pregnant, if you didn't notice. So we already have a future participant in the oven. This is what dreams are made of. This is the community. This is how strong we are. I'm definitely signed up for next year, and I hope you are too.
Me too. So we'd like to go to a video presented by one of our family members, Laura, and she will present this.
You will doubt yourself, and faith will be required. When the voices in your head shake you awake in the dead of night and demand you face the darkness before walking you through the light, faith will be required. When you encounter yourself on the path to realization and begin to grasp the magnitude of the manifestation of your own potential for greatness, faith will be required. When you question your ability to navigate such uncharted terrain, liberated from the pain of playing small, shrinking away from it all, when you let fall away all that artificially propped you up to this day and experience that feeling of terrifying freedom for the first and many successive times, untangled from the rhymes written by others who tried to get you to conform to the norms that never fit, when you're finally done with it, faith will be required. When you begin to grow and change, and the world attempts to tamp you down again, and you push your way back up like a violet through the sidewalk. When you point to your own heart and tell it, now I'm listening, and you tune in to its voice and sway in sinus rhythm and step in time into the visions it's projecting on the walls, coming crumbling down around you from the pounding of its beat. And the ground takes solid form underneath your feet. And your skin begins to fit. And you remember who you are is who you've always been, only hidden and now exposed. When who you are and who you're being finally align, and the dream you've dreamt 1,000 times comes true and scares the shit out of you, faith will be required. When the people you thought you could count on let you down, you learn that expectations are your enemy and surrender is your friend, and your perceptions of the world will never be the same again. When you find what sets your soul on fire, you learn fear and doubt are liars and the truth comes from within. And in spite of all that learning, you still wonder where to begin. When the only one holding you accountable is you, and the easiest thing to do would be to quit. Holy hell, how you want to quit, but you know now, giving up on it is not an option any longer. When you grit your teeth and opt back in, faith will be required. When you clear your throat and then your mind, you look your doubters in the eye and tell them, you won't stop me this time. And you shake off old ideas about how freedom is defined. When you turn your gaze into the mirror and love who's looking back at you. And every thought you ever thought deep down inside proves true. When all you're left with is your highest you. When you discover your divinity, tap into the source of everything that ever was and ever will be. When it dawns on you that all of it is all of you. For what is faith but understanding? The one you've been looking for is you. The one you've been praying to is you. And every fresh moment is a blank slate. And the truth is, you can overwrite what's being hardwired, but faith will be required. Faith in the self you've known all along. You just didn't feel strong enough to protect from the throng, from the echoes of outsiders drowning you out, casting doubt where what really belonged was faith. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. I'm so pleased that by special request, we could showcase your words for the third year running, a strong voice, and the message of "you did this" I want to resonate with all of our participants. And the perfect positioning of these words between registering for next year and the reunion party, which is about to come up soon. So I want to thank you and hope everyone caught those feels. On your screen now, you see a teaser to our reunion party. I know Harvey K is active in the chat and he's asking where are our pins? And even in the introductory video that you saw, I loved that red cap one of our crew was wearing with all the pins from every single year. And for certain, we have a pin for 2021. The caveat is that we'd love to see you in person at a socially distant and acceptable event that's coming up soon. You need to stay tuned for details. We'll have swag available for those who've achieved those plateaus. Our pins will be available for everyone. You're gonna get to see folks from all 3 cities and catch that bike rally spirit in the fall.
Looking forward to it. On that note, usually the chairs end this with this little talk, and it's falling on me this year, so I will kick it off. It's been a journey for each of one of us, and this year took us some extra effort. We've come together for 23 years, and each of us for our own reasons, but at the core is the cause. The bike rally is a volunteer-driven event. We've already recognized this year's leadership, but I would like to take this sentiment one step further. Personally, I would not be here today as one of your co-chairs if it wasn't for the volunteer base that participated in my first and following years. Their hard work and determination was impressive and contagious. I would not have returned as a rider my second year if it wasn't for the great people I rode with and those who supported me on the road for those 6 days. I consider each and every one of you volunteers. You give your time, you put in the work, you raise the funds, and you keep each other going. You do not need to be on the steering committee or a team captain to think of your efforts as volunteerism. Doing what we do makes us feel good. It makes the people our ASOs serve feel good too. We hear it all the time. The bike rally is amazing. I don't know where I would be today if it wasn't for PWA and the bike rally. You make our community flourish. You all do this work without asking for anything in return. Please take my words, these words of thanks as my gift to you tonight as we wrap up the 2021 bike rally. You are all amazing. My love goes out to each and every one of you. There's one person that has been thanked and hasn't been thanked by photo yet, and he's sitting right next to me. Although Simon and I would have loved to have been on stage this afternoon in front of all your smiling faces, interrupted by a queen or two, and joined in performance by a drag queen, the winds just didn't blow this way this year. They just blew in our faces. All the same, it was not for Simon. All the same, it was not for Simon, I would not be here today. I would not have been, the bike rally would not be what it is today. It goes without saying, I could not have and would not have wanted to do this without him. Simon, you've brought the years of experience, a wise and delicate touch, swift decision-making, positivity, and of course, determination to the role as the co-chair. You have been my mentor this year, and in doing so have set me up for hopefully as the next, to do so for the next incoming co-chair. I want you to know that there will always be a seat at the table next year in any capacity you wish to take, even if it's just at post-steering committee socials, but I hope you lean towards more. And on that note, 2022, we already have said you can all register and encourage you to do so. We are anticipating a great year next year. We have many steering committee members returning. I've heard from some team captains they want to do so too. And oh man, do we have a huge rider base that we anticipate. We will ride from Toronto to Kingston and to Montreal in 2022. I want to speak to those who are not on this virtual broadcast tonight. You might just see a recording of this in the coming days, weeks, or months. We proved this weekend that when there is a will, there is a way. We showed this weekend's participants in 3 different cities that coming together for a great cause puts warmth in our hearts. If you have not done so before, you've not done the bike rally before, the words of those who have will inspire you, and also those videos on our social media channels. And for those who have taken some time off, we will be here in 2022 with open arms. Come home to the bike rally, we miss you. And to wrap it up, let's celebrate this year's success. If you're at home, celebrate with us.
We're gonna do a little toast, if you will.
Yeah, we'd be on that stage today, just having a ball. There would have been a bar in the room.
Yes, there would have been.
Woo!
Pour yourself a non-alcoholic beverage.
Or a ViiV.
Or a ViiV.
From Simon and I to all of you, congratulations and thank you for all the hard work you put in. We'll see you soon.
Love.